everybody. Welcome to my stop along the hop here for a cherry on top crafts. I'm showing you the products I'm going to be using today. I have some papers from Prima and Graphic 45 and Asuka Studios. I ordered these papers because they perfectly matched our mood board for today. And I'm going to be working with this Rosebud stencil and die set from Altenew. You can see there are my colors that I'm going to be using to color my roses with. So this product is really interesting. It's not a stamp, it's a layered stencil and then metal dies to help you to cut out the stencil, and it creates the prettiest flowers, and they are perfect scale for scrapbook pages. They're not too gigantic, they're not too small. You can make them any color you like. So if you are someone who likes to scrapbook with flowers, this might be a product that you want to give a try. I'm gonna make, I think I made like 6 of these flowers, but I'm just gonna show you the first one, the stenciling of it, and then you just put the metal die over the stencil. But that way you'll have an idea of how these stencils work. You need 4 colors of ink. You start with your lightest and you work up to your darkest. I used 1 blending brush for each color in the stencil. That just helps me not to mix the colors, and it also makes sure that I don't have to clean my brushes till I'm all finished with all of the stenciling. You need 4 colors for the flowers and then 2 colors for the stems. I'm only going to stencil 2 of the stems, and the other ones, what I did was I just stenciled the flower sections, and then when I die cut them, I die cut without the, so like it die cut the stem, or what was like the little stub of the stem, and then I just snipped off the bottom portion that was just white cardstock, and that way I got more of the blooms and less of the stems or the greenery. The stencil is set up so that you can stencil 2 flowers at the same time, which I think is awesome. So I'm going to go ahead now off camera and I'm going to finish stenciling all the flowers, and then I'm going to go ahead and die cut. You can see here, just put the metal die across, die cut it, and then you can just snip off that bottom little piece. Down in the description box, you will find links to all of the available products that I have used that are in the shop. If you also head down to the description box, you can hop along and check out the amazing design team here at A Cherry on Top and all of the projects that they have created using the same color palette, the same mood board. We've all used the same mood board today, and we have all had our own takes on it. If you watch all the videos and comment along, you get a chance to win a $15 gift certificate to the shop, which is awesome. So I just showed you my background. I'm going to use that green bokeh from, that's a paper from Asuka Studios. I cut and tore a strip there that is a vellum sheet from Prima. And then I am going to create a gallery mat for my photo. So, and I'm thinking about fussy cutting these flowers. I'm going to keep thinking about it for a while, about, do I want to fussy cut the flowers? Do I not want to fussy cut the flowers? Spoiler alert, I fussy cut the flowers. So to gallery mat a photo, you start with a mat that is 1/4 of an inch bigger than your photo. So in my case, I am scrapbooking a 4x6 photo. So my first mat is going to be 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. The next mat is going to be a 1/2 inch larger, so my next mat here is going to be 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. And then my last mat for this picture is going to be 5 by 7. So at the end of the day, I'm going to have like a really nice matted 5 by 7 photo on this page. I just chose one of the photos from our fall photo shoot of me and my puppy. So many of these photos, but that's okay. I have expounded on my thoughts on family pictures and how I do not mind in the least getting them, and especially with my dogs, and then scrapbooking them all into one album. So I have this photo of me and Fitz. I love the background. I love where we took these pictures this year. It's so pretty. And I'm going to go ahead and put my photo slightly to the right. And then this strip of vellum is going to go slightly more towards the bottom. So it's not centered. It is more about a third of the way up. And that's going to allow me just to add a nice kind of more substantial cluster then up at the top left of my photo and kind of balance out where my photo is and then where that cluster is. So I'm going to take the scraps of paper and I'm going to go ahead and tear them. If I do torn edges on a layout like this, I like to have a spot that has more than one. I like to have more than one spot that has a torn edge. So I've torn that vellum. I'm going to go ahead and kind of create this kind of staggered cluster of torn edges and place that up in the upper left-hand corner of my page. Now that I did think about adding vellum up at the top. I admit it. I'm going to just trim off that corner, and then I'm actually going to use the leftover pieces that I've just cut off and create kind of like 2 landing spots for some clusters on my page. So you can see here I'm kind of like, can I use this for anything? Oh, look at that. I think I can. When I started this layout, I had thought that I would just use the flowers as a embellishment on the page, but it's me, and I wanted some more flowers. Well, not even just more flowers, just something different. I wanted a little bit of something, well, more, because again, it's me. So I'm gonna come back to that graphic 45 paper. I'm going to fussy cut some flowers, and yes, I am mixing and matching 2 different styles of flowers on this page, and if that is something that does not appeal to you, just know that you don't like it and don't do it. I don't mind it, provided that I have enough of each style of flower, so then it looks intentional and not like strange. So I am going to fussy cut 3 large clusters from that graphic 45 paper, and then I'm going to create 3 clusters on my page, and each cluster is going to include both the stenciled flowers and the fussy cut flowers from the graphic 45 collection, and that way the page looks cohesive and intentional and it doesn't look strange. Admit it, you were a little scared there for a minute. I was going to make you watch me fussy cut all those flowers, weren't you? You can admit it. It's okay. I'm now going to go ahead and add some details to these stenciled flowers. So I have my Arteza white gel pen, which is currently my absolute favorite white pen. It's a 0.8 tip. It's fabulous. I really love it. And so far it has not clogged, not even a little bit. In addition to some white line detail, I'm also going to add some clear sequins from my stash onto these roses, just for a little bit of extra sparkle and interest. And then I'm just going to continue on adhering down these 3 clusters. I'm also going to go ahead and dip into my stash and grab these foam stickers from Simple Stories. These are from the Cottage Fields collection, and I'm going to use that little best ever as my title, and then I'm going to add a couple of just cute puffy hearts. And I think these were the perfect kind of finishing touch. I just kind of went looking through my stash for some embellishments or lines that included some of these colors, and I really, really like how that title came together. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you haven't yet, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel, check out all the content here. We have a lot of fun, and I really enjoy each and every one of you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.